Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with another speed build, and this build is actually part of a group collab between me and 5 other simmers who are building houses in Granite Falls for the holidays. So happy Christmas Eve, everybody, or Christmas Day, depending on what time zone you're in and also when you're watching this. This is a collab between myself, Chrissie York, Sim Kim, StandingSimmer, ChloeSims, and Kate Emerald. So I'm really excited to see what everybody else does with their builds, but basically it was just building in Granite Falls some holiday themed homes. So I had a lot of fun with this, but I also struggled trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But first I wanted to show you guys which lot I'm building on. So I'm popping that up on screen now. It's a pretty small lot, kind of secluded away. It was the campgrounds originally, but I decided to make it this little home, which I struggled with quite a bit. So I left most of it in. Things that I spent way too long changing the colors on, I cut that out. But basically, I wasn't sure if I wanted something more modern or something more traditional, and I was thinking browns originally, and then it kept going back and forth between browns and whites, and I just couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And so I left most of that process in for you guys to, see the struggle I went through on this build, because I originally was like, oh, this is going to be a really fun collab, and I was thinking of doing like a traditional cabin with a modern extension, and then I found a picture that I thought was really cool. It was more like a vertical house that's raised up on stilts. And then I didn't look at that picture when I was building this and decided to just kind of think about that idea and go for it. And I do like how it came out, but it's definitely different than I thought I was going to make. And yeah, so we do end up going with more white in the end, and there's less of that trellis around the place. But it does have a giant Christmas tree that goes through 2 levels of the house, which I think is really cool. And it is a pretty small place. It's just 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, and the layout's kind of interesting. Downstairs is the bathroom and the living room, and then upstairs is the kitchen, dining, and bedroom. So it's kind of a strange layout, but I think it worked out well in the end. And it does have like some modern windows in it, but for the most part, I think it's just kind of a newer cabin that's trying to fit in this area, but it's not like one style or the other. It's kind of a mixture, and I really like that. So we're just adding a bunch of these trees here all over the property. I actually really like these trees, and they make sense in Granite Falls, but they don't make sense in a lot of other places. So it was nice to be able to use some greenery that I don't typically use in The Sims. And of course, adding lots of rocks and stuff around. It was just nice to have some wilderness plants. I didn't have to try and make them into like beautiful garden beds and stuff. I thought it was kind of refreshing, because I feel like in neighborhoods when I'm making suburban homes and stuff like that, I want it to be like perfectly manicured. But here it made more sense to just kind of have clusters of plants around, although I do that sometimes. It was kind of nice. I also have a lot of glass roofs in this house, and by a lot I mean 2, which you can't really see when it's snowing, which is what the screenshots are in, because that's kind of what I imagine this house would be like. But I didn't build it in the winter because it was easier to see what I was doing this way. And you just saw me do that cutout here so the tree can pop through. I think that is so cute. And we do change the fence that is directly around the tree in a little while. And you'll see the house just changes colors randomly. Sometimes it's in the footage. Sometimes it just changes. Because I couldn't decide. Did I want it to be gray? Did I want it to be white? I had no idea. And in the end, it ends up being like stone and wood, and I think it looks kind of cute. So hopefully you guys do like it. That was in the shot in the beginning. It'll be in the screenshots. Everything will be in the screenshots, and I hope you guys like it, because this was a really weird, fun build. I like experimenting sometimes and just going for it. Like, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do here, and I think that's my favorite way to build, honestly. There's not very often that I'll be looking at a reference picture. I do occasionally, and I usually mention that when I do that, but for the most part, I just kind of wing it. I'm just like, I want to build right now, and I open The Sims, and I just see what happens. And I think that's the most fun way to build, at least for me. I know everybody's different, but for me, I just like to wing it, and this is what happened. So I had fun with it. But anyway, the other people in this collab are all amazing builders. And if you haven't checked them out yet, you definitely need to. Oh my God, Chrissie York is the sweetest person in the world. I think her account is now just called Chrissie, but she is so sweet. She's a really great builder, but like sweetest girl you will ever talk to in your whole life. You have to check out her builds. You need to like follow her on Twitter. Like she's amazing. Sim Kim is probably one of my favorite builders. I absolutely adore her. And like you just have to. StandingSimmer is also really awesome. You definitely have to check her out. I'll have everyone's links in the comments down below, by the way. ChloeSims is also such a great builder. A lot of these people I've actually collabed with in the past, so it's kind of cool. Only 2 of them have I not. Unless I wasn't, because I've been in a couple of really giant group collabs and I'm like, I can't remember everybody that's in them. And I mean like 20 people or more group collabs. And then also Kate Emerald, who I've mentioned recently because she puts out fantastic tutorials. So you definitely need to check her out too. Everybody's links are down below. Check them out in general and also check out their lots that are in this world. I am so excited to watch them. I know I'm not going to be able to watch them when they first come out though, because I will be out of state traveling to be with family or with my boyfriend's family and then coming back to spend Christmas Day with my family. But throughout this week, I should be checking out everybody's videos and I'm so excited to do so. And yeah, I hope that you guys really like everything you see and that if you're new here, you're enjoying what you're seeing now. I think this living room came together pretty well. I really loved using that dresser in the corner that came with cats and dogs that has all the like linens and stuff in it, which is right next to the bathroom. I thought that made sense. It could have like the towels and stuff for the bathroom, and that red swatch was just so perfect for what I was going for, so I was really excited to go ahead and use that. And just trying to figure out where I want to put stuff. We do add a bookcase over here, which I think looks pretty cozy, and of course some paintings to fill in some space. I struggled a little bit with like, where do I put things? What do I put here? It took me a while, but I think I added a bookcase in the end and a chair. So I think it worked out. There's plenty of space. There's tons of presents. Like whoever lives here is like getting spoiled, or maybe like spoiling their family members that come over. There's not a whole lot of space for family to come over though, so I'm not sure who all those presents are for or where they're gonna put if they're for the people that live here. I don't know where they're gonna put the presents once they open them, because this is a very, very small place. Although it's a vacation home, so nobody's living here. I'm just rambling at you guys now. Merry Christmas. But anyway, that's perfectly normal on this channel. If you're just watching me for the first time with this video, I just kind of ramble. And I think it's a good time. I have fun with it. Sometimes I talk about the build, sometimes I don't. I always mention it at some point, but like I get onto huge tangents. But this is the bathroom. It's pretty simple. We added some bright reds in here momentarily to kind of bring the Christmas spirit to the bathroom, because you got to decorate the bathroom too. Although I know a lot of people don't decorate their bathrooms for the holidays, and I currently don't because I live in a horrible apartment that I cannot wait to get out of. But I'm pretty sure once I move next Christmas, I'm moving in like 2 months, but like next Christmas, my whole place is going to be so Christmassy and I'm so excited for it. Oh, yes. I also really loved some of the new items we got with the holiday update, and I included some of them in here, but not all of them, because I really wanted those to shine in the build that'll be out tomorrow. Did like a holiday Christmassy themed apartment, which will be out on Christmas Day, which I know it'll be the day after for some of you guys, but Christmas Day for me on the East Coast of the United States. So that will be out tomorrow, and I had a lot of fun with that. And then after that, we're done with Christmas builds because Christmas will be over. I will hopefully have some kind of New Year's build out. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'm thinking some kind of New Year's venue. I mentioned that before. And I'm really excited to do that. And going into 2019, I'm just really, really stoked. But this is the kitchen, and I love it. It's so cozy. Using that beautiful, what is that? Like a piece of holly. It's not holly. It's like, it's tree scrap wreath. It's not a wreath. I don't know. The green thing above the stove. I don't know what it's called. Is it like, because it's not holly. It's something like that. And I love that new item that has like the pine cones hanging off of it. It's so pretty, and I was so happy to use that. So I really like the kitchen, and I don't know why, but I've mentioned this before, but lately I've been really loving those base game countertops and cabinets. They're just really pretty. And then in here we have a table and chairs. That is not the rug I ended up going with in the end. I'm pretty sure I used the one from my first pet stuff, which is a, interesting pack to say the least. But it has some cool rugs. They're like square-ish. They're rounded squares. I believe that's the one I used anyway. Yeah, this one. I think it's pretty cute. And it was like the muted green color I was looking for, so that was nice. We have 4 chairs up here. More people than can live in this house, but if you have company, it's nice to have the extra space. Also have a wonderful grandfather clock and a side table with, I believe, a mirror above it and just some clutter on the table. Just tried to make it look nice and cozy and lived in because, not like lived in, but like neatly lived in, because this is a vacation home. So maybe this is for like grandma and grandpa. They don't want to be around the family and they come here for Christmas, or I don't know, maybe just like empty nesters come here. Their kids are like off across the country at school. They can't come back. Or maybe they have careers where they're working Christmas and the empty nesters come here for the holidays. There's so many different Sims that could come here, and I think this would just be a really fun place to come with your Sims. If you guys would like to download this, it will be on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi. That information will also be in the description down below. I hope you guys really did enjoy this. Please let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And if you liked this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you click that little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a video. But we're just finishing up the bedroom here. I love this giant window in the front. That's one of my favorite windows in the game, but I feel like I try so hard not to overuse it, so I only use it occasionally. And yeah, this room is very red. I don't use red wallpaper very often because it's so abrupt and like in your face, but I liked it here. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out everybody else's videos, and I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Bye, everybody.
Decorated in town, among all the tinsel and lights, I'm strolling around, just wondering where you have gone to. Are you just around the corner?